toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
You know, at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 4th down, Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 62 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th, and not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together. And we're capable of doing so. But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Goff on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Back to throw, Goff. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Goff.
It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. To throw again on second down. Goff. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Singletary looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Singletary again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Devin Singletary, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run from the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. Takes it to about the 37. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's Goff. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Steelers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. But Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the option, Goff will hang on to it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Goff finds his tight end Ingram. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Goff.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Goff throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
To the air again. Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. Goff. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You've caught plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This from 42 yards out. Maher able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. Some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick. But that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Tim Patrick, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A give up the middle to Singletary. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Goff. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Goff.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Flushed out right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going to be caught by Davis.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Well, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They run here with Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
They'll try again. Singletary loses it.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come in with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. James now to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Goff. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on third, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Gregory Rousseau picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the Steelers set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On the draw is Taylor. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Back to throw here. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9 now. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays. Make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. On 1st down, gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On 1st and 10, Goff. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. From the 40 now on second down, Goff. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Again, Goff. Fighting his, and he loses the football a second time. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Goff. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. Now Goff on first down. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by